guys and welcome to today's video. Today is a beautiful day outside. It's absolutely beautiful, gorgeous and sunny, and I haven't put my phone on silent. I'm so professional. And I was going to film a completely different video today, and then it was so sunny that I was like, I want something very cheerful, bright, happy, just like bright and sunny. I wanted like sunny, golden, beautiful makeup. I've already got all of my face makeup on at the moment. I'll just link everything down below in the description bar that I've used on my face. I thought that I'd just do that first, so that it would just like save time. But if you want to know what I've got on my face, then I'll just put it all down in the description bar so you can see. But today we're going to be playing around with the Colourpop It's All Good palette, because guess what? It will be all good. Okay? COVID-19 is out to get us all. It's out to get our mental health, but it'll be fine. Because it'll be all good in the end if we all follow procedure and stay at home, okay? So I recently uploaded me playing around with the Colourpop So Jaded palette, which is the first big palette of the Colourpop Big Palette series. Colourpop's Big Palettes, not really too sure what they're going to call them. And I really enjoyed it, and I think you guys enjoyed me playing around with that too, or quite good reception from that, and you wanted to see more from that palette, which I'll definitely do that. I will definitely do that. And I was going to play around with that one again today, but I was like, oh, I have this one and it's brand new. I haven't touched it apart from I dug my nail by accident into 2 shades because I nearly dropped it. Anyway, you didn't need to know that. I haven't played around with this yet, and it's just so happy, sunshiny, just it looks really exciting. It's kind of like the Jaclyn Hill Morphe 2 palette, you know, like her big palette. And I picked this one up before the Morphe one because I just prefer Colourpop's formula to Morphe, if I want to be completely honest. And I love the size of these. I think these are £30 palettes. I think these are far better £30 palettes than the Morphes. That's my personal opinion. I just prefer these because they're smaller and they're just nicer as a bigger palette. Like, it's a big palette, it's the size of my face, but to be honest, I've got Jeffree Star palettes that I've only got like 16, 18 shades in, and they're much bigger than this. So I actually love these big palettes. And yeah, today is sunshiny and it's happy outside, so I thought I would play around with these. I will do the So Jaded palette again and play with more colours. Don't worry, I do list, when you guys like tell me that you want to see videos of things and I see more than one person say it, or I see, basically if I see it more than once, like the comment more than once, either by the same person or just by 2 people saying they want it, I always write it down on my list. I say I'm trying to get my list up and my computer's dead. Doing well. But I always write it down on my list of things to film, and it doesn't go off my list unless people specifically say they don't want to see that anymore. So don't worry, I have got the So Jaded back on my list of doing like another look, steering away from the green and golds, but looking at a different section of that palette. Like I said, go check out that video if you haven't seen it yet, because I really like the look I created. Anyway, I'm literally yabbering on. The whole point of me doing my face makeup before was to save time, and instead all I've done is talk. Well done, Megan. Let's just get into this palette. It's absolutely stunning. I don't know if I've actually held it up to the camera yet, but it's not brand new. I bought it mid-Feb when I bought the So Jaded palette. I'll link up the vlog in the eye as well. I did like my Colourpop haul because I ordered a few bits as well. So this is what the palette looks like. I think it's really beautiful. Like, I just think it's so happy. I nearly didn't buy this because I was like, oh, I have quite a lot of these colours already in different palettes, but I don't know, something in me was like, sod it. I love the Colourpop formula. It's a pretty palette. I'll just have it. Okay, so I've brought you in a little bit closer. Sorry if I am more shadowy on this side than I am on this side, but I've got natural, like literally a whole bay window looking at me this side of my face, and only like a little light this side, so sorry if the lighting is slightly off. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to go into is the shade Good Vibes. It's just like this baby pink sort of colour. I want to kind of create a halo eye for like pink in the outer and inner corners and then gold in the middle, and for it to be really like pink and golden and really cheerful. I feel like that would be cute. This shade is actually quite pale, but you can build it up luckily, but I'm just finding that I'm just going in little by little because I don't want it to be too stark and then not be able to blend it, because this shade I just want washed all over the lid and brought quite high up to the brow bone. Like, I want you to be able to see it eventually when we fade everything else in. So I want to bring this up kind of high, but not like to the brows, you know. I just want to bring it up onto the middle of my brow bone like I am doing at the moment, and just adding little by little to build the intensity of the colour up, instead of just whacking it all on and not being able to blend it out. I'm also going to drag that under my lash line as well. I'm just going to build up the colour in the inner and outer corner now, with a matte still. There's not actually a great deal of mattes in this palette. I thought there was more than there actually is. So I'm going to go into the shade Concierge, this one here. So we've just used this one here. We're just going to go a little bit deeper with this one here. It's Concierge, like I said, and I'm just going to go on the outer corners and the inner corners just to kind of build up the colour. So I kind of want a metallic going on the outer and inner corners. I want like the whole lid to be metallic, but I want like the base of the colour to be there so that we can blend it into the crease. I don't really like blending metallics into the crease too much. It depends on the look I'm going for, but I want these eyes to be really warm and really summery looking. I'm just taking a little bit of that Good Vibes back on the brush just to blend out those edges of the Concierge shade. I'm not taking a great deal, I'm just literally just blending out so it's nice and sort of all matches in with one another. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that and run it on the lower lash line as well, just a tiny bit tighter to the lower lash line just to kind of give that a bit of depth as well. I probably won't do much more to my lower lash line than this, but it just kind of replicates what's happening on the top onto the bottom. So yeah, that's it really. Not got more to say apart from that. Okay, so we've got like the halo eye kind of going on, and there is a matte yellow in here which I'm keen to use. Shall I do it now? Yeah, I'm going to put the matte yellow on with my finger. It's called Sun Belt. Very, very lovely yellow. Like, I haven't actually got a yellow like this, I don't think, in my collection. If I do, I don't have a lot of them. And I'm just going to pat this on the centre of my lid. I'm doing it with my finger because then I can blend it out with a brush in a minute, but I want it to be really impactful in the centre and then I can blend it out like I said. I think I just repeated the same thing twice but using different words. That would be classic me if I did. And then just taking the same colour on a little flat packing brush, I'm just going to go over it and just kind of diffuse the sides out this time, pulling it in so I don't spread it all over the lid. But yeah, just kind of repeating the same thing that I was doing with my finger but just a bit more precise. I am going to bring this Sunbelt into the crease, but I'm not going to drag it all over the place. I'm just going to keep it in my little stripe, keep in the lane, but just take it into the crease a little bit and then just wiggle it around. It's kind of got like that oranginess when it mixes in with the pink. I mean obviously because it's colour theory, but I'm just going to blend it in like that. I'm going to just clean that brush off because I think I might use that again because it's actually quite a nice little brush. It's just the MUA E10 brush. I really like it. It's like a really cute, dense, flat shader brush, but it's not like a MAC, what is this, MAC 242? Like, see how flat this is? I mean, it's a beautiful shaded brush for really like metallic shades because it really packs on, but this is really nice for like matte ones because it's nice and thick. So like the mattes just fluff into it a bit better, but really like this brush, really rate it. So I'm just going to clean that off on my little flannel just so I can use that again in a minute. I don't know why I'm telling you all this, I'm in such a chatty mood today. I want to apply one of these three colours here. One of these, I think this one might be a bit too purple, maybe these two will be better. This is Cater to You. This is Margarita. Oh, that's like more purpley, but I kind of like that one. And this is Dear Diary, this one right here. I think that is a bit too purple. I think I'm going to go into Margarita, this one right here, and kind of mix it in with Cater to You. We'll see how we go. Oh my god, that is full of pigment. Oh my god, I'm going to have to be really careful with this. It's got cute little glitters in as well. It's such a nice colour, it's so cheerful. Do you know what I'm reminding myself of right now? You know Barrett's fruit salad sweets with the pink and yellow? I look, I've got Barrett's fruit salad on my eye. And to blend that Margarita shade out, I'm going to go into Cater to You. I know it's a metallic, but sometimes using metallic shadow very gingerly to blend out can be really nice and give a really sheeny look. And I'm just taking that on an M562 by Morphe, and I'm literally just going on the outside of that Margarita shade with this metallic, very gingerly, just blending out the edges. I don't want to pack this on because otherwise then I'm going to have like a metallic strip, but I want it to be like a sheeny look on the outside. I want this whole look to be sheeny. And I'm just taking that on the lower lash line as well, but again very gingerly, I'm just dragging underneath. Okay, really like this. I want to do like the golden strip now, so I think I'm going to go into Cheers to You, this one. For some reason that reminds me of Cheers to You, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you can know. I think that's the song. That's my terrible singing, by the way. This is like a golden yellow, but actually it's kind of what I like. There's one glitter in here. Actually, there's two glitters in here. That's a complete lie. Michelada? I don't know how to say that. And then Gold Star, which is what I want to sparsely put on my lid at the very end. So I'm going to go into Cheers to You. with, I'm literally singing that song whilst I say cheers to you, but I'm going to put that on a flat brush and wet it, and then just apply that over the top of the yellow that we put on earlier in a patting motion. I don't want it to be too like stark. I want it to blend in with that pink. Okay, and because we've created some sort of like landing strip on my lids, landing strip, is that the right term to use? I don't know. I'm going to go back into the shade Margarita with a small, like that M562 brush, and I'm just going to like go around the edges of the yellow, blending it so that it's just less obvious that we've stamped basically a colour onto our lids. And I'm just going to keep blending. This is the bit that takes me ages because I'd like to perfect it and I can't get away from the fact that it's like a rectangle on my eyes, so bear with. Okay, we're looking cute, we're looking cute. I'm going to take a little bit of that gold star and I'm just going to take it on my finger. Oh, okay. It's like a Super Shock shadow consistency, which I love. And I'm just going to press this on top of the gold. I don't want it to like smear it on, so I'm literally just tapping very gingerly and tapping like that. I know these aren't technically eye safe, but to be honest, I'm putting such a little amount on that if it does get in my eyes, then I can just wash my makeup off. It's not a big deal. I mean, I don't really want to, because I want to keep the makeup on, but do it at your own risk is the point I'm trying to make. Do it at your own risk. And then I'm going to do one more round with Good Vibes on the big fluffy brush and just go on the perimeter up here just to blend everything together just one more time. I'm not taking a lot. I'm just taking a little bit. Just make sure we've got a nice blend on the brow bone. And then that's pretty much it, to be honest. And just take a little bit down here as well. We haven't got a great deal of inner corner shades. I'm thinking of this one, which is Happy Go Lucky. It's like this metallic, I've got my finger here. And we've got this matte shade, which is No Worries, this one right here. I'm thinking maybe, well, let's just do Happy Go Lucky in the inner corner anyway. I've got it on a pencil brush here. It's very pigmented and very creamy to the touch. So let's just plop that. What does that look like? Oh yeah, it kind of looks a little cute. Just blend it out a little bit. I don't know why, but I've got to do inner corner highlight. It's like a thing for me. Like, no makeup is finished without inner corner highlight, no matter the look. I just love it. I love an inner corner. And I think I'm going to go for a matte brow bone. So I'm going to take No Worries and just blend it up there like that. And then taking nothing else on this brush, just blending those two together so I haven't got like a white strip on my brow bone. Beautiful. Now, I wasn't going to apply lashes apart from I found this one lash. Where the other lash has gone, I don't know. I don't know where the lash has gone and it's bothersome. But I've got this one lash from Colourpop. It's in the shape Hunni. And these are actually really nice, apart from I can't find the other one. So what I've decided to do is, I can get it out. Because of the shape of it, I don't know if you can see that, it's quite an even shape. So I'm thinking if I cut it in half, I can make some cute half lashes. And that to me sounds like a great idea, apart from I don't have my eye curlers. 1 minute. Okay, I'm trying to apply some mascara first. I've just curled my eyelashes and then I'll put those half lashes on. I mean, they're not really half lashes. I'm going to turn them into half lashes and hope that they look nice. Okay, so I'm going to take that one lonely little lash and kind of fold it in half, sort of. I can't really describe what I'm doing, but I'm like pinching it in half like that to create like a circle. And then I'm just going to cut it in half. There we go. That was actually much easier than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to basically put the fuller end on the outer side. That didn't make any sense. I'm basically putting the more fluffier bit on the outer corner and then putting the thinner bit that would have been in the inner corner on the inner corner. Right, so I'm taking this lash and I'm taking like the thicker side. I don't know if you can see that properly, if my camera's going to focus. There's like a thicker side here and a thinner side here. And I'm going to apply the thicker side on the outer corner so they always looked like half lashes. And if this works, I might buy these lashes again to do just to this, because I didn't actually get along with these lashes too much as a full strip lash because they're a bit of a funny shape. So if this works, then I might buy them again to do exactly the same thing. What do you think? I think that actually worked. I actually quite like that. I actually quite like that a lot. Huh. Okay, next one. And that is it. I actually think I really like this look. This lash is a bit funnier than this one. Like, I kind of was a bit too confident there. And I think I slapped it onto my lashes rather than on my lash line. So if my lashes are clumpy, that's why. But I really, really like this look. I actually really like this palette as well. I think I went for a bit of like the most obvious look with the pinks and yellows, but I think this is quite nice. Let me zoom you out. I actually really like this look. I really like it. It's very summery, it's very cute, it's quite daring, but also it's quite wearable at the same time. Like I would happily go out to the supermarket looking like this. I mean, I've gone out looking a bit drag queeny before, but I feel like this is a wearable, bold look, especially for me. I love colour, and I really, really like this palette. I really like it. I'm not as inspired by this palette as I was the So Jaded palette, and I think that's because they've grouped a lot of the pinks and oranges together. I mean, it's quite easy to use in that sense because you can see what colours there are in this palette. But as I was playing around with it, I didn't really have a look at how many sort of copper tones there were and how wearable this palette really is. So when you wear it like that, that's like a really basic nude palette, like really light nudes with a pop of gold and a pop of like mauvey tone there. So that's a really easy wearable bit. And then if you go and flip it like that, it's a really, really bright purple toned palette. So this middle row is really just the oranginess bringing these two bits together. Like that. So I think, I don't know, I quite like this look. I think today what I've done is I've played around with this middle section. Oh my goodness, I'm trying so hard to do this and I'm not doing very well. But I quite like to play around with maybe just like the pinkier nudes, like very nudey, very wearable, kind of some grey tones in there, which is really nice. And then this tone here is more like browns and yellowy oranges, which is really pretty. I'm not really explaining myself very well, but I really, really like this palette and I can see myself playing around with this a lot during summer. I think it's a very pretty palette and I really like the look I've created. It's very bold, but I quite like that. I love colour. This is really beautiful, so I'd highly recommend it. It's a beautiful formula. There's lots of different finishes in here, so it's very sort of adventurous and I really like the look I've created with it, so I can't really argue with that, can I? But yeah, that is it. That is my look with the Colourpop It's All Good palette. I really, really like it. I really recommend it as a palette. I think it's very bright and cheerful. And that is it, guys. If you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to see any other looks with this palette, just comment down below. And of course, I'll add it to my filming list if more than one of you want to see it, or if you desperately want to see it, you comment twice. Sure thing. Subscribe if you haven't already and ring the bell because then you'll be notified of all the videos I upload every single week and you wouldn't want to miss out on more content from me. No, you would not, sir. No, you would not. So thank you guys so much for watching once again. I really do appreciate you. Stay home, stay safe, be healthy. I love you guys and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.